Hey everybody, thanks for joining. My name is Druid founder of the Druid Circle, and soon to be Druid University and Druid Order of Bloodstone and Wood. I just wanted to come on for a bit to talk to you guys about our shows. We came from a Facebook community that said we were no longer welcome in their on their platform. And so we're here. What we're doing is we're going to divide up the videos into two. We're going to divide up all the post videos and all that stuff into two parts. All of the posts that I would have stuck up on Facebook are now going to go onto Parler, Parler. It's a new platform, and it's a free speech platform, which means we don't have to worry about saying something without getting kicked off. Or somebody being offended. The second is that all of the videos we did on Facebook are going to be on here on YouTube. Okay. I broke down the videos, and there's a lot of videos I'll be doing, but I can't do so much, in so short time. So I broke down the videos into 5 parts. All right. The first part that I have here is on the path, and on the path deals directly with theosophy. That is the theosophy of the Druids, and what that could have looked like. Okay. The next would be Druidic culture and civilization, and that is really going to be more of an historical sort of approach. And that approach is going to be more like as if you were in a history class, learning direct history about the Druids. Right. Next, we'll have Serene Sundays, which is always going to be on Sunday night. And the purpose of that will be to make sure that you guys really have something to sort of think about before you rest. It could be, I call it Serene Sundays. You could use it any night, but it's always Serene Sundays. But it's going to talk about magic, peace, that sort of thing. Next, From the Stone. That's going to talk about, I'll be usually out in the woods somewhere, by a stream or something like that, where there's water, and I'll talk about seasonal things. For example, now that we're in Letha, we'll talk about Letha things, if you will. And so that's that. Next, we're going to talk about Druidic culture, Druidic cooking. And in that, what I want to do is I want to think about the recipes and the things that they used during the Bronze and Iron Age, and try to incorporate those sorts of ingredients and whatnot, and adding some new ingredients, obviously, to create delicious meals for you and your family for cheap. This way, because as money's tight, and it's always good to save, right? And in this way, we could use that show for that. So there's going to be 5 shows. Now, I'm not going to do 5 shows a week. All right. One thing I will do is to keep my shows, now that I have a timer, to keep my shows actually to around 20 minutes, with the exception of Serene Sunday, which will be 40 minutes to an hour. Because I know a lot of people don't have more than 20 minutes to listen to something. And 20 minutes is even long. But on the path, which is all about, theosophy, Druid culture and civilization, From the Stone, and seasonal cooking, they'll all be about 20 minutes long. That is even with cooking time, because what I'll do is I'll edit out, some things, so you guys don't have to wait while if I'm, baking something, you don't have to wait until it comes out of the oven to watch the whole show. That should be about it. That's our shows. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box, and we'll go from there. My lives will always be from here, from the desk, because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So um, basically what that's saying is that I want to make sure that you guys understand that the live streaming that I do is here. I'm not able to move around because I would need 1,000 people to be subscribed. I don't have that yet, and I'm hoping to get more people. But I promise you that one thing we will do, and that is this. You know, whenever you read mainstream news, whether it be regular news or whether it be religious news, pagan news, whatever you want to call it, a lot of it has been blended into what many across the pond would, as you say, would call New Age. Here in America, we see New Age as spiritual, focused, occult, things like that. Uh, New Age means those who we consider pagans, people who, um, just continue to promote certain groups or continue to promote certain things instead of really delving into the heart of Druidry and Druidism. So what we're trying to do is say no, enough of that. We want to make sure that the shows that we're doing are shows that are actually trying to not rehash what's already been said, but to go back and to redo it all over again. That's that's the thing, and I think a lot of us are just sick and tired of hearing the same stories over and over and over again. When you're reading things like Patheos, when you're reading things like Wild Hunt, and a lot of these websites that you go on, it's like the same. A druid is, and it's almost like, and I said this earlier at another stream. It's almost like it's in a way it's very orthodox. In a way, it's very dogmatic, because what's happening is that people are basically telling you what a druid is versus getting you to give you the skills to think critically on your own. And that's something that the world we live in doesn't really accept. You see, free thought. I remember just recently I started a group because people are afraid to speak anymore, because if you say something, and I think I gave the example of drinking a glass of milk, you're automatically racist. You're not. These are things that are made up, they're invented, and there's no basis or evidence for any of it. It's witch trial, Salem witch trials as we know it. So third and fourth wave witches are not going to find this information interesting, because they're too busy focusing on removing a president from his from his seat. And so what we're trying to do is say we're going to refocus on the things that matter, on the things that bring us peace, on the things that ensure that we will always be doing that what we should. So with that, thank you all again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and I'm really happy to know that within just a week of I think it was like whatever Facebook gave us, 6 days or whatever the case was, to pack our stuff and go. And yeah, we lost 35,000, but you know what? Maybe out of those 35,000, maybe 1,000 weren't really even on anymore. So these numbers really don't mean much. What matters is whether or not you're getting your message across, and whether or not you're focused. Because today begins the weekend for a lot of people. A lot of people are taking today off and whatnot. I want to say this. You could watch all of the videos at any time. You won't ever have to watch. I'm going to do these so that this way You can watch whatever you want to watch, and I'll put them into playlists for you guys. And that's really about it. So I hope that you learn something. I hope that you enjoy them and learn something about Druidism, learn something about Druidry, learn something about Druidic thinking. And when we think about this sort of thing, my job as a Druid is not to get you to believe. My job as a Druid is to help you understand what you believe. Therefore, that's the purpose. But if what you believe in your heart is disingenuous, um, then I won't be able to help. These videos are meant to pull things out of you that you didn't realize before. And so that's really what this is about. Thank you all very much for watching. And as always, I always say at the very end, Betshegobra. Betshegobra is basically the four simple words of Druidic thought and philosophy. And that is Bet She Go Bra. And that just simply means, it means a lot of things. There's a lot of translations to it, but the way I interpret it is as it all works out. It all works out. That's it. It all works out. And so that in itself is the essence of Druidic philosophy, that it does all work out, that it might not work out today, and it might not work out tomorrow. It might not even work out the next day. But what it does do is it makes you a better person you are tomorrow than you are today. And I hope that that's what these shows do. We're also going to try to ensure that what you're doing is you're learning new things. And the way we're going to do it is by taking a lot of facts and seeing what lines up and what doesn't line up. But we're also going to be trying to do something new. And again, that is not new in the sense that it's new in a sense that it's incredibly old, but that no one really has ever thought of it that way. And I think that that's what a lot of new thought is doing. A lot of new thought is actually taking these issues and saying, let's see how we can work together. And that's it. So for all you out there listening, I thank you, and or we'll watch this again. I don't know whether or not this is private or not. I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing, but either way, that's it. Take it easy, everyone, and get out and and be a thus. Be a thus.